All right, Coach, would you say that's the best game your team has played this season?
Yeah, I certainly think that's fair. I think there was a lot of real good components to our game today, and we had a lot of guys going. And so when you see that type of performance, even from Beep's perspective too, there were some saves there, especially early at 0-0, and so overall, can't complain tonight.
Yeah, pretty well-rounded performance. All four lines really chipping in. What did you notice the most in terms of what led to the success tonight?
Well, I do believe that based on our discussions this morning and how we needed to play the Marlies, we needed to stay disciplined, which I thought we did fairly well overall tonight. That was a key. Certainly getting that first penalty kill out of the way was important as well, because they certainly thrive over the power play. I mean, the power play's clicking in the 30% file, so it's first in the league for a reason. But I thought our forecheck, we did a good job, and we managed the puck pretty well tonight. There was the odd one, but at the offensive blue line, we always talk about possession versus pursuit, and I thought we did a real good job of that tonight because we didn't fuel their transition. Now, did they get some opportunities off the rush? Absolutely they did, because there's always breakdowns in the game, but for the most part, we did not see the type of second wave opportunities that they seemed to get in game one against them.
You've scored 13 goals in regulation over the last two games, but it's throughout the whole lineup that you're getting contributions. What is that? Is that kind of the depth of the club that you're finding, or the gelling of the chemistry?
You know what? I think it's a little bit of both. We put Ridley Gregg with Crookshank and Sokoloff, and that's probably 4 games in a row that they've been very effective together. Sokoloff is starting to feel it again in terms of his getting his swagger back. And he's a huge part of the team offensively. Anytime you add a guy like Lodin, and he was feeling it tonight, I mean, his skill set is certainly elite at this level. And when he comes to play, and you maybe get him a little pissed off early in the game, he can be a difference maker. So to be able to add him, get him back on that first line. Him and Luch seem to have some good chemistry, and Sharky just goes about his business, right? Playing a good 200-foot game, and he sneakily got 8 goals now already, something like that. So there is some depth, and let's not forget the addition of Sony here the last 2 games. Just adds a different dimension to that line where we've been wanting to create that identity line that we had last year, and just haven't been able to do it. And I think Sony will bring that to him. And I thought that line with Castles and Savin was excellent as well tonight. So it bodes well, and for one night, it feels good.
Nick Albano, you moved him up a pair, and he's getting.
Well, he moves the puck very well, and we seen that in training camp, and he was here for the 2 weeks and played both games, and he started to really feel comfortable as training camp moved along, was able to move the puck. So he just brings a little bit different element to our defense, because when you start looking at the left side right now, you got the stay-at-home guys with Heater, and I thought Rubens was fantastic tonight. I thought Rubens was strong, and then you got Bernard, who's more of a stay-at-home guy. So it's always nice to have those puck movers. And, except for that one shift in the second period, I thought Albano was very, very good tonight as well.
Ridley Gregg playing till the end there, going hard in the corners. Do you just kind of love his character, the way he loves to play the game and how hard he plays?
Yeah, and he got banged up, when he blocked that shot. And I joked with him that if he needed to go to the clinic, and he said, "No way am I going to the clinic," So he's got that type of mentality that you love, and he's just going to continue to get better and better as the season progresses, and he's going to be a real good NHLer at some point and have a great career, because he plays in all 3 zones right now. We had to tighten him up a little bit here in the last couple of days because we didn't think that line was great defensively Wednesday night, but I thought they were much better tonight.
How much confidence do you gain from a win like this?
Well, I think the Marlies have been the class of our division, through 6 weeks of the season, and the record speaks for itself. So, for us to come and respond, from game 1, where, quite frankly, it was 5-2 with the empty netter, but I didn't like our game. I didn't think we played to our identity and did the things that we needed to accomplish to beat the Marlies. And the last couple of years, it's taken us a few games against the Marlies to figure out how we need to play to beat them, and at least in game 2 here, I think we did some really good things. So we got them coming up quite a bit here in December. So it's nice to get the first one out of the way.
And just ahead of tomorrow, quick turnaround, busy night for Antoine Bibeau tonight. Do you anticipate any lineup changes?
Yeah, I mean, we got to go with Floville tomorrow. Bibeau has been working hard and playing a lot of games and a little bit banged up himself, as an older goaltender. He's been fighting some things as well. So a great response game from him tonight. Obviously it's never fun to pull a goalie, and you love to see that in your goaltenders after getting them back in there after getting pulled. So good night for him, and we'll look to Flodell to hopefully sweep the week tomorrow.